Bibi, why you get lost again?
Hello YouTube, and welcome to Bahrain. But where is Bahrain?
Well, the Kingdom of Bahrain is an island country in the Middle East, just off the coast of Saudi Arabia, not far from Qatar and opposite Iran. It's made up of around 50 natural islands and 33 artificial islands.
So I've come to the Bahrain Museum on this very, very warm and windy day. It's 43 degrees at the moment. It's, you walk out of the airport and it takes your breath away. But coming from the UK, the start of summer in the UK has been really wet and actually quite cold and a little bit miserable. So leaving the UK, it was about 11, 12 degrees centigrade. Coming to Bahrain, which is now 42, I think today it's at the top 43 or 44. That is, it does feel nice. It really does feel nice. I'm gonna have to get myself a hat though, because it is, wow, it is so bright here. And there's the Bahrainian flag flying over that building. So anyway, I just got in from the UK to the new airport in Bahrain. Quite impressive really, quite a large airport. Flew in with Gulf Air, which is a national carrier of Bahrain, from London Heathrow, and I've now got quite a bit of time on my hands before I can check into the hotel. So the museum is actually on the way to the hotel. So I thought, well, come to the museum, have a little look there, spend a bit of time here, learn a little bit of about Bahrain and what it's got to offer, and the history of Bahrain. If I can understand some of it, I hope a lot of it is in English. I think it probably will be in English. Right, so this is the Bahrain National Museum. It looks quite a large place, nice and cool in here. So let's just have a little look. It's a beautiful car. I'm not sure what exactly it is though, so no idea. It looks sort of American. A Buick. Ah, that must be an old 1932 Buick. 1932, donated by the late Emir of the State of Bahrain, Sheikh Isa bin Salam Al Khalifa. Donated to the Bahrain National Museum, 1992. The car was presented to the late Emir Sheikh Isa bin Salam Al Khalifa on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the discovery of oil. Very nice. Oh, they've got a cafe here and a museum shop as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going down this way or not. Doesn't seem to be any signs, but this door is open and it's a big thick door. So I don't know if I'm meant to be in this bit or not. Perhaps I'm not. Oh. Looks like they're just getting things ready in this bit. How have I ended up in here? Why does this always happen to me? I go to these places And for some reason I end up going down the wrong corridor and end up getting completely lost. Anyway, there's a few printers there. Oh, this doesn't look like a museum to me. Looks like a storeroom. A little microwave there. That's an old microwave, so I suppose that could be put in the museum. Well, that's a good start. That's its through here. Nope. That's the back of the display. Nice tables there. I think I'm in the wrong bit. Oh, completely lost now. Well, while I've been trying to find my way actually into the museum, I actually found this map of, well, I think it must be Bahrain, on the floor. I didn't realise that till I looked down. Well, I'm pretty sure this is a map of Bahrain, I think. I can't think what else it would be. I still haven't found the entrance. I think I've gone completely wrong. But I think it must be up this way. Well, I think this is the start of the Hall of Graves or Diluum. I'll look in here. The Hall of Graves. This is looking more like a museum. Ah, these must be burial pots. Clay burial jars and coffins. Burial offerings in the Mesopotamian and Persian traditions. Burial offerings in the Omani tradition. All right. Ooh. I imagine this is going to be some model. I don't think this is real, is it? Mass grave from the Middle Diluvium period. Yeah, reconstruction of a subterranean Middle Diluvium grave. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Found in the Madinat Hamad area. Okay. Late type burial mound. So one of the reasons I'm in the museum today is because I flew in from London Heathrow to Bahrain with Gulf Air, and it was all right, a nice flight at night time, but I made a bit of a mistake because I actually came into the Bahrain airport and landed at about 6:30 in the morning, but I can't get into my hotel till 2 o'clock, so I've got a lot of time on my hands. So I thought, well, the museum is not that far from the airport. It's about 10 minutes Uber ride in a taxi, depending on traffic. So if you get here early in the morning and you need to use a bit of time up, it's well worth coming to the museum first. And it's lovely and cool in here as well. The temperature at the moment outside is about 42 degrees. What's that here? Nice view. Right, I'll see if I can find somewhere else. So for around about 7,000 years, probably much longer, people have lived in Bahrain. For most of that time they have left no written records, no accounts of what they did nor how they lived. All the time, however, they were leaving records of another sort. Everything they made, everything they threw away, even their bones remained, and subject to the ravages of time, still remain. Stone Age. So they've been here quite some time on this island. Now I think the island might have been a lot smaller than it is today, because I'm pretty sure that they've reclaimed a lot of the land from the sea. I think Capson Sea. Oh. Okay. Giant vessel. And this is a painting of what it might have looked at harbour, perhaps. Perhaps some sort of trading port. The city gate. Oh. The copper artefacts which they've found, dug up from somewhere. Bitumen coated beakers and lugged vessels from Sar and Hamid town. Some more pots and things here. I see this is a lovely museum, nicely set out. It's really cool in here. I think these are different gods. I think. Yeah. Images of gods and their holy symbols were portrayed in the temples. In the temples, the priests performed the religious ceremonies and people brought their offerings and gathered for seasonal feasts. Gods in animal shape are represented by the lion wearing the horned crown of the gods. Okay. On the stairs. What is up here? Tylos and Islam. What's down here? Oh, another place I'm not meant to be. That's under the stairs. Let's have a quick look up here. Oh no. I tell you, you could spend quite some time in this place, I think. And get quite lost again. Ooh. In preparation for his Arabian campaign, Alexander sent his admirals scouting along the coast from the Indus Valley to Mesopotamia. Several of them visited Bahrain. Right. Yeah, there's loads and loads of like artifacts, pots and vessels and all sorts of bits and pieces up here. A big ornate arch, a replica. Right, I shall have a look through this other room now. So, HH, would that be His Highness? Is it His Highness Shakil Isa bin Salam al Khalifa? Shakram Islam was born on the 3rd of June 1933. The eldest son of Shaki Salaman, he became head of Manama municipality in 1956 and Crown Prince in July 1957. He became ruler on the death of his father on the 2nd November 1961 and celebrated his silver jubilee as ruler in 1986. I wonder if that car downstairs was his father's. Perhaps it was his. So I think this room is to do with all the different traditions in Bahrain and the different costumes, traditional Bahrainian costumes, I think. Making kuwa. Fine laced bands are made with gold or silver thread for women's garments and with silk thread for men's garments. Children go to the sea. On the 9th day of Dhar Hijab, pilgrims in Mecca pray at Arafat. The children of the Bahrain celebrate this day with a ceremony of the Hirabira. They walk into the seashore, throw baskets of green sprouts and cereal into the sea while singing the song of Hayabaya. I'm probably pronouncing all these words completely wrong. It's like bridal jewellery. This must be the wedding night. On the wedding night, the groom and his male relatives received the guests in his house. Later, the groom went in procession to the bride's house. There he waited in the wedding room for his bride, who arrived on a carpet borne by 4 women. Good luck party. 2 days before the wedding, a good luck party was held for the bride. While she was seated on a chair, women recited religious songs. The 4 women held a green cloth over her head and lifted it up and down while singing joyful and wishing the bride well in her marriage. This is children learning short chapters of the Holy Quran, I think. Manoon is given on all happy occasions. A basket full of sweets, nuts and coins is thrown over the head of the child or other person being feted. It is picked up by children afterwards. first days after birth. On the day following the birth, the baby is usually given its name, often taking the grandfather's name if it's a boy, or the grandmother if it's a girl. 7 days after the birth, the baby will have its first bath. And to celebrate this, a slaughtered goat is cooked and shared with the neighbours. Diving for pearls. Diving for pearls was the main resource of income in Bahrain in the past, until the discovery of oil in 1932. Wow, that's an impressive model. I think I've seen some of these boats, or I don't know if they're replicas or if they're the real thing, in the harbour near one of the islands. I can't think what it's called. I'm sure I saw that when I went past it in the taxi. And some oysters, mining their pearls. Fishing. Basket making. Yeah, this must be like the traditions room. All the old traditions of Bahrain. I keep thinking one of these models are going to jump out and go boo and make me jump. Nice seat there. Mattress maker. I'm not sure if this camera is very good in this light or not. What is this, some sort of market stall? Cobbler, perhaps, repairing shoes. Don't know what he's doing. Perhaps he's a jeweller, weighing silver, silver and gold. He's repairing materials. Don't know what he's doing. Ah, shisha, hookah, coffee house. With an old gramophone. See how ornate these are. I think they're books. Is that the Holy Quran? Possibly. Very beautiful. Is that this collection of Holy Quran is a gift to the Bahrain National Museum from the Amir State of Bahrain. His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa. They're presented to His Highness the Emir on various occasions. Very ornate, especially that one. I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to film these or not. They're very beautiful looking. So much detail. Little Fiat 500. Is that the Pope's flag or something? Not sure what that's doing in the museum. So this is the car that His Holiness Pope Francis used to move around Bahrain. It is a Fiat 500 car, which he always uses, and it reflects his vision and to focus on the spiritual rather than material. Oh, it's a sport as well. Nice. I think they go on for quite some time. You can get quite a lot of mileage out of them cars. It's not unheard of for these cars to go over like 200, 250,000 miles on the clock. That's the 5-door one. I've not seen the 5-door. I've only seen the 3 doors back in the UK. I wonder if that's been specially adapted for them. I don't know if that's bulletproof glass or not. Probably not. So I think this is the art exhibition. Lots of different paintings and pictures in the gallery. I'm not sure, is this like a permanent thing, or do they change the pictures after a certain amount of time? I don't know what all these are. Photo collage on paper. Right, to give you an idea how to find the museum and how far it is from the airport, I can show you on this little rather handy map on the floor. So that is the airport just there, and when you come out of the airport you can get a taxi or an Uber. If you get an Uber and you come out of the airport, you come out of and you turn right and go all the way down the far end, and that's where normally the Uber cars are when you order one, and then that will take you along this road here, probably along here, down here, and that I think is where the museum is. So it's literally from there over there. So it's not too far. From there, or they could go around this way and around over the little causeway. They'll turn left and then around again and in there. Easy. It's about, yeah, so that's about 3 BD, £6 roughly. So that was the Bahrain Museum. It's worth coming to, having a look round. I don't know what I was expecting really. I thought there'd be a little bit more there. I mean, there is a fair bit. I think it's because of the size of the building. The building is so big. Everything seems to be on the, as you walk in, on the left-hand side. Anything on the right-hand side seems to be offices and possibly new bits which they're going to put on at some point. Yeah, it's worth coming to. I'd reckon you could probably spend about an hour, possibly an hour and a half at most, looking around it. There's a gift shop, as there would be. You know, every place has a gift shop these days. And there's a little restaurant as well. I didn't go into the restaurant, that was quite full. It cost me 1 BD, 1 Bahrainian dinar, which is about £2. Yeah, it's all right. Toilets were quite clean. There's a upstairs and a downstairs to it. Oh, this is really windy around here, and I've wandered into another area, which is sort of like probably a building site. I keep wandering into places where I suppose I'm not meant to be. Oh, it's so windy. I don't know if you can hear me on this microphone or not. And the temperature out here is 43 degrees, which is lovely, but it's quite humid. And this wind is really, really warm. So although it's windy, I'm probably getting burnt. I'll have to get myself a hat because I completely forgot to get a hat. So that's another little mistake I made. But yeah, if you ever fly into the airport and you're stuck with something to do, come to the museum. It's not far from the airport. If you're in Bahrain anyway, it's probably worth coming to the museum to have a little look around. I say if you come around about 9 o'clock when it opens, that was quite a good time to come. It's now starting to get a bit more busier. I don't know what the actual peak time would be. A lot of school kids turn up there. I was going to try and film just around the corner here where the water is, the water edge. Every time I go around there, there's a security guard who keeps sort of like running over, telling me off not to film. I know it can be a bit tricky filming in some places in the Middle East. I think Bahrain's a little bit more relaxed, but there are some places which they don't really like you filming. I can't see why this particular place is like that. Don't know if he's still there. If he's still around there or not. Over there, he'll come running out in a little while. I'll see if I can walk over there and see if he starts shouting. Not much to film really, just the actual waterfront. I don't know what's in that building. I think that's I don't know what it is. Some sort of arty place. I don't know. But yeah, well there you go. That was Bahrain Museum. So yeah, if you managed to watch it to this end, thank you for watching. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, thanks for watching.